Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, welcome back to our English class in this semester. How have you been? Wish you always in good condition. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay class, this is our last semester, so give your maximum strength to face this. Dalam pertemuan kali ini, kalian akan belajar mengenai folktale. Apa itu folktale? Yap, folktale adalah cerita rakyat. Untuk pertemuan kali ini, fokuskan pikiran kalian dan persiapkan pendengaran kalian karena kita akan masuk pada pembelajaran tentang listening atau mendengarkan. You will listen a folktale about Sangkuriang. So, let's check it out. Sangkuriang. Once upon a time in West Java, Indonesia, lived a princess named Dayang Sumbi. She was beautiful and kind-hearted. Her hobby was weaving cloth, but sometimes she could be very lazy. One day, her weaving tool fell, but she was too lazy to get it herself. She shouted, "Can anybody help me to get my tool? If you are a female, I will take you as my sister. If you are a male, I will marry you." A male creature came, but it was a dog. His name was Tumang. He happily brought the tool to her. Dayang Sumbi was very surprised, but she kept her promise. She married the dog. Tumang was actually a man who had been cursed by a witch to become a dog, but at certain times Tumang could turn back to be a normal man. Their only son Sangkuriang was soon born, and he grew up to be a handsome and healthy boy. He always played with his very loyal dog, Tumang. He didn't know that he was actually his father because Dayang Sumbi hid the secret from him. Sangkuriang liked to hunt in the woods, of course, with Tumang. One day, Dayang Sumbi asked him to bring home a deer's heart, but after hunting for several days, he could not find any deer in the woods. He didn't want to disappoint his mother and was thinking hard how to bring home a deer's heart. Suddenly, he had a very bad idea. He killed Tumang. Then he brought his heart home and gave it to Dayang Sumbi. Sangkuriang could not cheat her. She knew it was Tumang's heart. So she got very angry and hit Sangkuriang's forehead with a piece of wood and told him to leave. With a bad wound on his forehead, Sangkuriang left the village. Many years later, Sangkuriang grew up to be a powerful man. One day, he went back to his village. He met a beautiful young woman there, and he fell in love with her at the first sight. It was Dayang Sumbi. She never got older because she had been granted eternal youth by the gods. Sangkuriang didn't know that she was his mother, so he came to her and proposed to marry her. When he walked closer to her, Dayang Sumbi got very surprised. She saw the scars in Sangkuriang's forehead, and soon she knew that he was her son, who left her a long time ago. She told him the truth and tried hard to explain it to him, but he didn't believe her. She didn't want to break his heart, so she accepted his proposal, but gave him an impossible thing to do. She wanted him to build a lake and a boat in just one night. Sangkurang agreed because he knew that he could make it with the help of his genies. By midnight, he finished the lake and then started making the boat. Dayasumi was thinking hard to find a way to fail him. Before dawn, she asked the people in the village to burn the woods in the east, and the light made all the cocks crow. Thinking that the night would be over soon, the genies ran fast and left Sangkuriang before the boat was finished. Sangkuriang realized that Dayang Sumbi had cheated him. He got very angry and kicked the boat upside down. It gradually became a mountain, and it is now known as Mount Tangkuban Perahu. Oke, kelas. Dari cerita yang sudah kalian dengar tadi, apakah kalian percaya or do you believe that Mount Tangkuban Perahu happened because Sangkuriang's angry and kick the boat? Apakah kalian percaya kalau Gunung Tangkuban Perahu itu terjadi karena Sangkuriang marah dan menendang perahunya? Nggak percaya atau percaya? Kalau percaya, berarti kalian memang orangnya imajinatif. Tapi kalau kalian tidak percaya, mungkin kalian orangnya yang rasional. Oke, cerita-cerita imajinatif ini adalah termasuk cerita naratif. Jadi definisi dari cerita naratif atau teks naratif adalah cerita imajinatif untuk menghibur orang. Mau dipercaya atau tidak, it's up to you. Itu terserah kalian. Purpose of narrative text atau tujuan dari naratif teks ini apa? Yang tadi, to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story, untuk menghibur pembacanya dengan sebuah cerita. Ya, kelas. Dalam teks naratif ada yang kita sebut generic structure atau struktur umum atau pola umum dari suatu teks. Generic structure of narrative text, there are four, basically three. Okay, the first is orientation. It is about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story announced. Jadi, di mana pembukaan paragraf ketika semua karakter atau tokoh-tokohnya dikenalkan atau tempat terjadinya cerita itu juga dikenalkan. Jadi orientation itu semacam pembukaan atau pengenalan. Lalu yang kedua ada complication, where the problems in the story developed, atau di mana problem atau masalah pada cerita itu mulai berkembang. In the Sangkuriang story, pada cerita Sangkuriang itu ada dua masalah ya. Yang pertama, when Sangkuriang killed Tumang, ketika Sangkuriang membunuh Tumang, and the second is when Sangkuriang wanted to marry his mother. Ya, ketika Sangkuriang mau menikah dengan ibunya, yaitu Dayang Sumbi. Itu complication atau konflik, atau kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia klimaksnya. Lalu ada resolution. Resolution where the problems in the story is solved. Ketika masalahnya diselesaikan. Resolution in the Sangkuriang story is what? Yeah, Dayang Sumbi asked the people in the village to make to burn the woods in the east and make the cocks crow. Ketika Dayang Sumbi meminta orang-orang yang ada di kampung untuk membakar hutan supaya terlihat seperti terang seperti matahari mau terbit. Nah, sehingga ayam-ayamnya mau berkokok. Nah, itu resolution atau ketika problems in the story is solved. Pada setiap cerita naratif biasanya seperti itu. Ada orientation, complication, and resolution. And the last coda or reorientation, it's optional lesson from the story. Ada beberapa narrative text yang di akhirnya itu terdapat lesson from the story atau pembelajaran atau message pesan apa yang ingin disampaikan dalam cerita tersebut. Itu disebut coda atau reorientation. Tapi ini boleh ada atau boleh tidak. Jadi optional. Boleh ada atau tidak. Now, look at the picture. Oh no, look at the blackboard in the screen. In the Sangkuriang story, karakter atau tokohnya ada siapa saja? Karakters atau tokoh ada Sangkuriang, ada yang Sumbi, ada Tumang, ada Jinis. Tadi Jinis juga disebutkan ya. Dan people of the village juga ada di sana sebenarnya. Lalu ada place. Place itu tempat. Tempatnya ada di Priangan West Java, Indonesia. Problems. Sang Korean wanted to marry Dayang Sumbi, his mother. Itu problemnya, masalahnya. Lalu resolution. Sang Korean failed to make a boat and build a lake because Dayang Sumbi strict. Ya, Sang Korean gagal membuat perahu dan membangun danau karena kecerdikan Dayang Sumbi. Okay, class. Open your English book page 133 and write your answers on your notebook. Jadi kalian silakan buka buku paket kalian halaman 133 dan tulis jawaban kalian di buku tulis kalian. Oke? Okay? Okay, students. This is the end of our meeting today. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Don't forget, if you have any question, you can text me. And goodbye. Assalamualaikum.